Good morning, everyone. This is Biz Chicks TV. This is a place where you can find tips and tools to help you do business better. We're here to help you run a profitable business that's fun to run and to take the hassle out of your hustle. I need to find my glasses. At any rate, it's Friday, and I'm here with my partner, Miss Francine Gregory, real estate entrepreneur and tech diva. And we are here talking tech in English. We're going to be starting soon with This Day in Tech History. But in the meantime, I just want to welcome you all into the show. Those of you who are watching on the replay, we want to say hey to the replay gang. Hopefully, we'll be joined by Terry Johnson on the line, all the way from New York City. I'm Tara Leader from California Cover Ups, and this is the Biz Chicks. Francine is talking to one of our customers, so I'm just going to talk to you a little bit about the article that I had in mind today while she's getting situated. Today, I was looking in The Verge, and I found out that Netflix is raising their price of their most popular plan from $14 to $18. Guys, did you know that? That you're about to be dinged. The basic plan will remain at $9, but the other plan is going up from $14. Let me turn myself down. From $14 to $18 over there on Netflix. It says here on The Verge, it says Netflix is introducing price hikes for its U.S. subscribers today, increasing its standard plan to $14 a month and its premium tier to $18 a month. The new pricing for the standard plan is a $1 price increase from $13 a month. For those of you that didn't notice, the last time I had an increase, while the new premium tier cost is a $2 increase. This stuff is creeping up, friend.
But okay, wait a minute. What happened to the $7.99?
Remember when they started? What happened to $4.99?
Yeah,
and people didn't know what streaming was.
And there's not that much on Netflix.
They don't have a lot of new content, do they?
I'm like, there's not $14 worth. I'm like, that might be a no.
Well, wait a minute. It says the new premium cost is a $2 increase from $16 a month. So you got a $14 plan, and now you got an $18 plan. It says new subscribers will have to pay the updated monthly fees, while current subscribers will see the new prices over the next few weeks as they roll out with customer billing cycles. So, my stuff is on auto pay. So I might not notice it. You know what I mean?
Right. You would not have noticed that the bill went
if I hadn't seen this article over here on The Verge. It says industry insiders have long anticipated another round of price hikes at Netflix, which last increased subscription fees in the United States in January of 2019. So what is it? Every January we get an increase? We're going to go up $1 every year till it's what, $365? I'm trying to understand this. Okay.
And
it's not like it's not possible.
Something's wrong with this picture.
It says here, price hikes also arrive at a time when people have more options for entertainment than ever before. True. In other words, I can cut you off, especially in the United States. A few years ago, Netflix's biggest competition in the streaming space was Hulu. Remember them?
Right.
They just didn't have any content. I had to turn them off. It says, and the company vied for people's attention, being split, playing video games, watching YouTube, and sleeping. Now the U.S. alone has HBO Max, Disney Plus, Peacock, TikTok, YouTube, Switch, and Fortnite. Oh, and sleep is still a factor. I don't know about you, but lately I have had occasion to fall asleep and the TV's just going. You know what I mean? The content is just flowing. So right. I understand why he put sleep in here in this article. But yeah, it's creeping. I call it mission creep, where you're not really aware of what's going on. You look around and say, how much was that?
Right. So here's the thing. I don't think they're making a wise decision.
I don't either, because most of the people in my house who use Netflix are under 16, and they're watching reruns. So I think they could watch reruns over on Disney. I mean, do I need all this stuff?
Okay, so my thought was Disney Plus, the Disney Plus at $12.99, I can get Hulu, ESPN, and Disney all in the package. That takes care of the little kids. They got the Avengers and stuff over there for the bigger kids.
Okay.
And they also have Hulu, which has a lot of reruns of whatever. So now I'm covered pretty much. Netflix might want to reconsider because, and they're doing whatever they think they need to do, but I don't know if I would.
So you're saying I could go back to Hulu Plus?
No, you can go to Disney Plus and pick up Hulu, ESPN, and Disney all in one package for $12.99.
Oh, I didn't know that because I have Disney Plus.
Right. All you need to do is upgrade from the $6.99 to the $12.99, and you get all of it.
Mm-hmm.
And it includes Hulu. So,
yeah, and I could turn off Netflix because I'm not using it.
And the kids, if they're not using it,
well, they're the ones using it when they come over most of the time, but they'll adjust to something else. It's just not available for the weekend.
Because not at $18.
Mm-mm. Mm-mm. Not that, and the people who use it come every other weekend. No, I don't think so.
Unless they have, the only way that's going to work is they got some really good shows that people want to see.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm not sure that's the case.
I'm not sure that's the case either, darling. So I just want y'all to be aware of that. So are we ready with this week in tech history? Or
yep, I'm putting stuff out to different people.
Oh, okay. All right.
Because things have changed over in Facebook land, so
oh wow,
I had to make a switch.
Mm-hmm. Well, I'm going to share my other article, and that is the article about Chewy, the dog food company. They're doing really, really great during this situation we got going on here, and they are launching a telehealth service that connects pet owners to a licensed veterinarian.
Oh, nice.
So now, you had telemedicine for people. Now you got tele veterinarian services through Chewy. And Chewy CEO, Mr. Singh, said that the company had already started to think about a pet telehealth service, because we've heard about this, a couple of years ago. This is a possibility, but the situation going on right now led to an even greater need. So the service is free to customers who are part of the company's auto ship program, which automatically ships deliveries of food and other pet goods. So, if you're already on the delivery plan, the auto, what they call it?
The
auto ship plan, you're eligible for free virtual visits.
Well, I'm thinking the doctor will see you virtually.
Yes, it says starting Wednesday, the online products customers can get advice in real time from a licensed veterinarian about their dogs or cats. The service Connect with a Vet, that's cute, Connect with a Vet, is free for customers who are part of the auto ship. The company's subscription program automatically ships deliveries of food and other pet goods.
So I think it's a good idea, because sometimes you just need to know what is this going on with the dog, not where you need to take them in and then they get IVs and they get the da-da-da-da. Can you just look at this? Do I need to go further?
Do I need to treat it? Is it something I can treat
at
with
home?
Just,
or do I
yeah,
need to
just
get to
with a
the?
product from your
Okay, so I think it's more. It's like an evaluation thing because it's not a lot
Mhm.
you can do
Well, it's
without.
just like any medical televisit. They can observe what it is. They can listen to you talk about the symptoms and make suggestions for how to treat it, how to remove a tick, or maybe the dog scratched itself or something. I don't know.
Okay, I
So,
think it's good. I mean, it would probably have needed to come to that anyway.
mhm.
Okay, I do have a story for you. Um, I might have two stories. Let's see. Yeah, because it's Halloween tomorrow, so I'm gonna end with that.
Okay.
Pony Express goes bye-bye. This is October 26, 1861. Only 2 days after the Transcontinental Telegraph line opened, the Pony Express ceases
Mm,
operation.
wow.
Prior to the opening of the cross-country telegraph line, the Pony Express was the fastest way to send communication between St. Joseph, Missouri, and San Francisco, California. California, San Francisco, California. So that was how the text messages was getting. You could send a message via Pony Express, and that was a dangerous gig.
It really was, wasn't it?
Hmm. And it took, in 2 days after they completed that transcontinental line.
Mm-hmm.
See, do you understand shift is always happening?
Mm. Mm. And progress is always going on.
Progress is always going on. And the Pony Express riders, they now had to get a new gig.
Mm. Oh, okay.
The climate shifted, the culture shifted. They needed to do something different. And that was 1861. Okay.
Wow.
Wow.
I have to turn
And
on these.
the last story, October 30th, 1938, Orson Welles broadcast his radio adaptation of The War of the Worlds,
Mm.
which
Mm.
reportedly caused a panic among listeners who believed that the theatrical presentation was real news.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Regardless of the actual level of panic caused, The War of the Worlds is one of the most famous radio broadcasts in history. So people were listening to the radio, and they did this production so well that they thought that there was an invasion.
Wow. And caused the panic.
That's
Woo.
your day in tech history. So what else do we have in the way of tech news? TJ, I'm sure will be in here a little later. Um,
Well, I haven't had a chance to really explore this, but it's my understanding that the back of my phone, this little thing right here, is now going to be tappable, and I can program it to do different things for me in
okay.
terms of accessibility. This back button, this where you see the apple,
Uh-huh.
that is now you're able to program it. And there's an article about it over here on The Verge. And I'm going to
Okay.
have to read it because I just really did not understand it. It says Apple added a secret button to your phone and you may not have noticed it.
Okay, wait. I'm going in here to look. Secret button on the Apple
And
phone.
let me pull up the article over here on
Yeah,
my.
because we might need to put that in the chat because I'm like, what? Oh, back tap turns the entire back of the iPhone into a giant touch sensitive button that you can double tap or triple tap to trigger specific functions on your phone. There's a good chance you haven't noticed it yet. Apple slipped the settings for back tap into its accessibility menu. Shut up. Wait a
Yeah,
minute. Okay.
exactly.
I'm here on The Verge. Apple added a secret button to your iPhone, and you may not have
Mhm.
noticed. No, Apple didn't sneak into your house and secretly super glue a button onto your smartphone, but it did release iOS 14, the latest version of its iPhone
Mhm.
software, which includes a feature called Back Tap. BackTap adds a fascinating new button to your phone that blurs the line between hardware and software. BackTap turns the entire back of your iPhone into a giant touch-sensitive button that you can double or triple tap to trigger specific functions on your phone. There's a good chance that you haven't noticed it yet. And they put it into its, Apple put it into its accessibility menu. Oh, and so you can go into settings.
Yes, and program it to do what you want it to do. For instance, if you have someone who needs, someone who needs to talk to you or whatever, you can program that. You know, you can make it do different things. So my phone, when you tap my phone on the back, you may get a different screen or a different function because I have programmed it as an individual.
So we go into settings. If you have an iPhone, you go into your settings, you go down to accessibility, and then we're going to scroll down to, let's see, and I guess you need to be on iOS 14 for this to work.
I updated this morning.
Okay, the software is, okay.
Accessibility shortcut magnifier? No.
I need to make sure that I am on, let me finish reading.
But I think that is very interesting that this whole back of my phone is now going to be programmable. The other thing is,
before you jump over there,
take the case off to tap it.
Oh, cool. And it says it's not just Apple. Google experimented with a similar, albeit more limited feature for Android 11. Although it didn't end up making the final cut, some enterprising developers have since replicated the feature for any Google or for any Android device. Okay, let me see what version I'm running on my phone first.
Well, I updated my phone this morning to 14, so I know I'm on the right version. But I don't know what they're calling this. If they're calling it a back button. How you doing, Terry?
Hi. Okay.
We're talking about this new button on the back, this ability to program the back of your phone for back taps.
You're able to program the back of the phone.
See now this Apple thing right here, this little image right here.
Apple. So in it,
that
purposes the existing sensors and hardware on your iPhone with software to create a new hardware interaction that wasn't available before. It's a new physical button users can interact with, but one that's almost completely free of Apple's limitations.
It's called back tap.
Buttons, of course, are the most direct form of interaction. Okay. Shut up. Okay. I need to figure out what version of software I'm running.
It says
that happen.
Well, we're not going to figure it out during the show, but guys, we will be coming back to show you how this works because under here it says call auto routing, and then I see something under there that says back tap. So I'm going to have to look at this and see what's really going on here with this back tap thing. But I want you to know that the back of your phone, or if you pick up someone else's phone and you're going like this, you might not want to do that, okay? Because it may trigger some other functions in their phone if they have programmed the back of their back tap.
Okay.
Triple tap on the back of your iPhone to perform functions quickly, and you can turn back tap on. So I don't see it on my phone in my list of stuff.
But it's somewhere in accessibility. So
yeah, I see side buttons, keyboards, auto descriptors, voiceover, but it's not on my list. So I'm going to have to, I don't want to take up time on the show, but I just wanted you to know that that's what's going on with your phone and with other people's phones. So, but like I said, my question is, do I have to take the case off? Because I have a case on my phone, a clear case,
right,
for it to react to my because it's probably there's
Got it.
sensors in there, and will it understand that through the case or what? I'm sure they've tested it though.
Yeah, they said they opened it up to shortcuts. So that means you can, with shortcuts you can tell the phone to do certain things like
Yeah.
call me, book me an Uber, order me a Starbucks and do some stuff with the shortcuts features that it already has. So maybe now you can tap twice and order your Starbucks.
Maybe you could. Well, it says you can do whatever you want in terms of individual programming. Let's see what the comments are over here. Another nice feature. Oh, here's Pat's helping us out. She says another nice feature is quickly swiping left to activate your iPhone's camera. This is great for emergencies.
Right.
Oh,
And
no.
that's very good. Instead of you tooling around trying to figure where's the camera app, just swipe to the thank you, Pat. Because some days you're gonna miss that red robin sitting on something because you can't get to the phone fast enough
Right.
to get to the picture.
Yeah.
Mhm.
So I can swipe left and I don't see my camera.
Wow.
Okay, are you swiping left or right?
I'm swiping left. My other left.
And you swipe from the edge of the camera, swipe from the edge of the phone, and it'll
Okay.
not up and down, left.
Okay, swipe
Not up and down left.
Gotcha. Okay. So
But you got to come off the edge of the phone and swipe off to the left, and it'll pop open from the screen when your screen is locked, from the lock screen.
Yeah.
When you can't, when you pick up the phone and it hasn't
going anywhere. Yeah.
You swipe from that left, from the lock screen. So there are things we don't know about our phone.
Yeah, there's a lot of stuff. But I just wanted you to know that back tap thing is new and you might want to check it out. Thank you, Pat.
Pat said Pat said, you're thinking of Red Robins, and I was thinking of the police. Okay, but Pat, I just don't know. And Robin says, I have an old iPhone 7, wonder if it works on old versions. It might. Now, I do understand, now, Terry, as we go further, we're in 12. So 7 is 5 generations down from 12, right?
Mm-hmm.
So as we keep going up in generations, then the software and support for the older generations are going to decrease. Is that correct?
I don't know.
TJ?
I'm not a programmer. TJ, what do you think?
Or
are they just going to, do what they did with some of the other things, not service them anymore? You know what I mean?
Probably not.
Like retire them.
Yeah.
Right, because as technology advances,
yes,
we need to be able to do things, learn the stuff, especially the features. Like, okay, so the 12 is out. Why would you want the 12? You just need to determine what you're trying to do.
Right. You have to know what you're doing, what you want to do.
Correct.
Because there's so many choices. And I'm going to tell you that it's not going to get simpler. It's going to get the choices. I mean, the use of the technology will be easier, but there'll be more choices to overwhelm you. And you see that now. You see how it's going. So it's just going to snowball.
Because this is going to be really interesting. Not if you don't know that people's phones are programmed on the back.
Right.
Because, we hand these phones to infants now to watch, to keep them quiet.
Yes, 2-year-old, 3-year-old. Mm-hmm.
But the thing is, you would have had to program it, turn it on and program it.
Yes.
Right.
So if you were going to hand it off to somebody, you might want to swipe that off before you hand it over.
Yes, there are a lot of settings you might want to change, especially if you're selling an old phone. You got to completely wipe it and all of the stuff. And so there's things you have to do because your data is saved everywhere. So
Right.
Mhm.
And you're going to, yes, you're going to have to.
mhm.
One of the things you want to make sure that I just realized I did not have my Find My Phone turned on.
Yes,
Mm.
I'm
And I
glad you
was
brought
like,
that
dang,
up.
whoa, that's not a good move,
And
friend.
here's the deal, because if you're part of a family, because you know with your iPhone, and if you're part of a family, everybody's in a family group, and you can get the plan and you share the iCloud data and everything. Well, there's a setting where you share with each other in the family. You have to turn it on. You would think that would be on, but it's
Mhm.
not. To find, to find the people in your family, and it's very important to do that, because something, God forbid, something happens and you don't know what a person is, you can look at your phone and it will tell you, well, because you're part of a family group, this person
Mhm.
is here, this person is there, but everybody has to turn it on. And I
Right.
didn't know, right? I didn't, mine was off.
Yeah, and my Find My Phone was off, so if I lost the phone somewhere,
Mhm.
I wasn't going to be able to track it
Right.
because it was off. And I was like, whoa, that's not good.
Mm. Mm.
Yeah, because you think, because that's one of the selling points of having an iPhone is that, oh, you have Find My Phone, you could do this, you can wipe data remotely if you think someone stole your phone. But these settings have to be on. And see, here we go again with people going, well, I don't want to turn it, and it's always ask you about location. Do you want to use your location data for this app and that app? And people turn it on and off. That's why I said there's a lot of confusion, even though the devices are simpler. There's
Uh-huh.
confusion with the settings of everything. Even with
Right.
social media, you look at Facebook, you want to do this and that. Facebook, there's a setting for it, but you got to know where it is and turn it on and off. See, that's
Now,
the crazy thing.
here's a good thing I found out. If you need an alibi and you had on your locations device, it
Yes.
can tell you where you were at any particular time because it tracks everywhere you've been.
And
I
those
was
things
not
have been
in
used
San Francisco.
legally. Yeah, legally in legal cases, they've been used to exonerate people.
Right.
Mhm.
I was
Mm.
not in San
Yeah.
Francisco last
Yeah,
night.
Carolina, even here in New York, I remember something about someone didn't commit some crime because they saw the Metro card that for the subway, they had swiped it at a certain time, and
Oh.
all those things that we're doing
Well,
electronically, they
well, the
leave little.
question
Mhm.
is, were they on, closed circuit television or something? Because anybody could swipe their Metro card.
No,
You know what I mean?
it's there are cameras there also, but
Yeah.
that I don't know the particulars. I just know that
Yeah, I know what you're
they
saying.
tracked
It
the
was
use of
part
the
of their
Metro card
defense.
because those things are done. Everything is data and electronic. So
Yeah.
it got the person, because they said, oh, well, you did this crime in Brooklyn while I was in Manhattan, because they
Got you.
tracked the card that the person had.
And on the phone, if you had your phone with you, it would have told you whether or not you were in Brooklyn or Manhattan
Right.
because the locations are on by
Right. And
default.
also we have something with we use the phone to pay now instead of the Metro card to swipe.
Oh, yes,
They
that's
have
right.
the set up for the phone, and you just tap your phone. So there's even
Yeah.
more,
Data.
because remember, there's a lot of people in jail now because an eyewitness said that they saw, but that's not really reliable. So now we have data to say, I was here, but you said I was over there committing a
Mhm.
crime. And this has happened in other places too, where someone was in Florida, but they said they were in like Alabama committing a crime, but they found out they were in Florida through data. So
Mhm.
there's no way that person could have committed the crime because they were in another state. So see how that works.
Mhm.
If you're in, there's certain places you go like Disney World and different, they track you. Some people don't like that. I don't want to be tracked. But guess what? If you need to 100% say that you were somewhere guaranteed,
Yeah.
this phone will save you. And I'm
Right.
sorry, these are things we have to face, that a lot of people are in jail because this eyewitness said so and so, and they take the word of the eyewitness and they could be wrong. But now there's no
Mhm.
doubt, is what I'm trying to say. This is
Mhm.
going to leave out the doubt of
Right.
you were at a certain place at a certain time legally, and this exonerates you from committing this crime over there. So that's the good use of it. But we got good and bad eyes on everything now. So
Wow.
I don't know. We gotta decide how we want to live in society. And I'll give you a quick example. Here in my building, we have set of keys. We have the electronic key fob that everybody's supposed to have one to get in the building because that's how the door opens.
Okay.
I remember years ago I had a big key to open the front door of the apartment, but we switched years ago to the electronic key fob, and you just tap and the door opens. Well, you know how many people I have in the building that were like, I don't want to do that because they're tracking me. I'm like,
so we're just gonna let everybody in the building because you don't want to be tracked.
Well, nobody's sitting around tracking you unless it's necessary. Yes, there's a database that says this key fob number 123 was used on Tuesday, October 27th at 3 p.m. But nobody's looking at that. So a couple of people like, they don't want that tracking. There's a name.
So did they stop going to work because they had to swipe?
I don't know how they're getting in and out, but I was like, hey, key fob, sign me up. Because all you do is tap. Now imagine you're going to the store and you got a handful of packages. How do you open the door? Well, with the old metal key, you had to fumble to get the key.
Dig in your purse.
Right. So now you got a key fob, you got a hand, you boop, and somebody is there to open, hopefully, when I've come in and out, people have opened the door for me when I had packages, but I'm just flabbergasted at all the people that don't want that because they think people is tracking them.
People resist change and they have their reasons. Pat's got some comments here. Wow. You can slip anybody else's phone in your pocket and then commit crimes and blame somebody, and all of that is about reasonable doubt, Perry Mason.
Yeah. I mean, there's some more finessing to that, but it used to be before technology, it was an eyewitness that said you could, picked you out of it, like you, and you're like, I'm innocent. But how do you prove it? Because they go by the eyewitness. Now we have DNA. DNA has let a lot of people out of jail that were in there innocent.
And maybe the fact that you're taking a selfie down there at 42nd Street, maybe.
And this camera in New York, there's cameras everywhere. So this is how the NYPD is finding people. Unfortunately, that young man that was killed in the Bronx with the machete, they found. I was like, NYPD is gonna find these guys because there's cameras everywhere, and sure enough, they found the group of gang or whatever it was that took the life of this young kid. He was like 15. Wow. So I'm like, cameras are everywhere, things are everywhere, recording is going on, but you need it when your life is in danger legally, like you've been accused of something, false accusations. So DNA has cleared up a lot of that. Technology is going to do more. And remember that, I always like to bring this up. Remember that movie Minority Report with Tom Cruise, and they were, he was looking at things and pulling stuff in the air. We're going to be doing that.
Well, we're doing it now. We've got a lot of hologram stuff going on.
Yeah,
but
all of that.
I think we are ready for social media.
I was like, I can talk about technology all day.
I know, and we were talking about pet televisits. But
what television?
Chewy now allows you to see a veterinarian virtually.
Oh, really?
So
I did not know that.
Great for knowledge for pet owners.
I know we could, people could do that.
Yeah, the telemedicine.
Yeah.
Now they have televets over there on Chewy if you are a subscriber.
Listen, the pet industry is growing bigger than I remember when as a kid you just bought dog food or cat food and
and if cat made it, they made it. If they didn't,
they got so many things because they call themselves pet parents, so they got all these things going on. Sorry, guys, hold on, because my chair. Then I'm gonna see. I'm sinking. Hold on.
Well, it's Halloween weekend. You can sing. I'm sinking. Oh my gosh!
See my chair, it will sing, and I'm like, okay. All right. So we'll do the social media update before I sink further. It's not a Halloween trick. It's a treat.
Mhm.
Okay, so speaking of Apple, Apple has updated their Clips
Oh yes.
app.
Uh-huh.
Have you heard that?
I heard it, but I didn't go read it. Tell me about it.
Okay, so here's the deal. Apple has updated the Clips app with new design to feature the vertical 9 by, it's called the 9 by 16 aspect, or the vertical video instead of the square, which is a big deal because of TikTok. Now
Oh, okay. I was
TikTok
gonna
is
say that would look great for TikTok, but okay,
yeah,
so
TikTok has everybody in a tizzy and just got everybody up in their game. So Apple was like, wait a minute, let's update this app so you can take vertical video to use on your TikTok, on your reels, because that seems to be the hot thing now. So, and they really haven't done anything with this app in a while, because I remember when Clips first came out, I think it's been like 3 or 4 years or more. I
yeah.
loved it because you could put you could do square video, and you can put the words automatically that you're saying
Mhm.
automatically on the
Happen,
bottom,
yeah.
and some other little cute things.
And you
So
could put characters on your shoulder
yeah,
and
so
have them
I
dance.
mean, I like the app, but see, they only did square design. So now TikTok has brought everybody into vertical video, using it more. So Apple said, let's update it. So now what they've also done on the iPad, Clips now supports the landscape orientation, because this is important now. If you have an iPad and you wanted to use Clips for the vertical, it didn't work. Now Apple's starting to include iPad updates on all their stuff, because remember, a lot of their apps, the features work best on iPhone because of the smaller device. So now they're making sure that the app works on the phone and the iPad, the different versions that they have. It's okay. So Clips supports landscape orientation, scribble with Apple Pencil. I love that scribble, and the use of a Bluetooth mouse or trackpad. The new version of the app also lets users make video in multiple aspect ratios, so you can do horizontal and video.
Oh, okay.
Okay. And I'm sorry, I said 9:16 is 16 by 9. 16:9 ratio is the vertical.
Okay.
And then they're saying on the iPad, it opens to a new 4:3 landscape project. Clips has also been updated for HDR video recording using the rear camera on all iPhone 12 models. Now, this is good because it results in higher contrast and more vibrant colors. So if you got the new iPhone, you should be
Is
happy.
that with the three? With the three? Do you need 3 cameras?
iPhone
Like that?
12. It says the iPhone 12.
Only 12. Okay.
Not the iPhone 12 only.
Okay, I got an 11. I'm sorry, guys. I'm
Yeah, so they're saying the iPhone 12 models. So that's the HDR video recording using the rear camera on all iPhone 12 models. So you get a higher contrast, vibrant colors with the new cameras. Also, there's 8 new stickers and 25 new soundtracks that automatically adjust to match the length of the video. What do we think about Apple Clips?
I'm over here playing with it on the iPad.
Yeah, see?
I haven't used it in so long. I don't even know if it's still on my phone. It's probably somewhere on
It's I'm on the iPad, and it's actually pretty easy to do stuff.
Oh, good.
Good. Because I have not, even though I've known about this. This case, I think this was early this week. I read this. I didn't, I don't have time. But I didn't look at the clips. So let's take a minute. I'm going to pull up my iPad. Let's take a minute and look at it, because we didn't look at it. So what's the verdict, Fran, so far?
It's very, it's okay.
It's intuitive.
Should I do this between this and Reels? I'm going to tell you, this is a lot easier to maneuver for me. I can, I'm using the Memoji. And I can create. Let me see if I can do a screenshot of this.
Okay, so this is when I'm pulling up on the iPad. This is what I'm getting. There's a button at the top that has 3 windows on the top right. There's the aspect ratio. That's the size of the video. So there's a 16 by 9, there's a 14 by 3, and there's a square. Now the square was the original square. A perfect square. So now they're giving us the 4 by 3 and 16 by 9. So that's what I'm seeing, first of all. And then next to that, there's a musical note icon, and that's where you go in to add music. So I see none, soundtracks, and my music. Let's see. Okay, on the left is projects. Oh, cool! Look at that.
So it allows you, it was easy for me to get in there and I didn't even pay attention to what I was doing. I was just like, oh, what does this do? And push a button.
Right. And so on the bottom, there's a bottom right, there's a button to share. And that's what Fran was saying. It is easier to use than Reels, because Reels was a big confusion. So you can do your videos now using Apple Clips with the words and the cute stickers and all those little things that are in Apple Clips, and send it to Instagram and Facebook, probably TikTok. You can download it and upload it on Snap and all of these other things. So you might want to think about using that.
Okay.
This is nice. Oh my.
I had to reopen it.
You had to reopen it. The clips, you might have, did you have to update, you mean?
No, I hadn't used it, so I had to, you know how you.
Oh, it moved to,
She probably had it in the archives and had to go dust it off and pull it out.
Right, because I'll see that an app that I haven't used, it'll say, "Oh, this isn't on your phone. Do you want to download it?" I'm going, "Yeah, where?" Because if you don't use it, see how Apple's being so nice. Like, you're not using the app, so we're going to push it to, inactive
background, so it's not taking up.
Yeah, in the background, so it's not taking up your battery, your space, and all that good stuff.
Gotcha. Yes. Okay.
Good. So Apple Clips, everybody, they're trying to, TikTok has got everybody shook. So, like, vertical video. And like I said, I used Apple Clips when it first came out, and I stopped using it. I don't know why. So go and play and have fun.
The novelty of it, you know what I'm saying? When it came out, we were all using it, had the little characters on our shoulders.
Yeah, and I love it because it puts the work. See, this is important when you're doing Reels and stories on Facebook and Instagram. The thing now is, if you want people to watch it and more engagement, you need the words. Okay. A lot of people are listening or watching stories or video without the sound. Without the sound on.
So you need the captions coming across.
Right. So you put the words, the captions on, you're going to get the attention, and you're going to keep their attention because the words are there, and they can just look at the words instead of going, "Oh, I can't hear it. Let me push let me put the sound on or put my headphone," all of that. So that's why I love Apple Clips, because they started out the gate with the captions automatically. Yeah. You could go in and edit, because it's not going to be 100% caption wise, voice to word. So you go in, you might have to edit a word or two, but like Fran said, it makes it easier.
Yes.
So realize, if you want to do, a story in Instagram or Facebook or Reels or IGTV, you don't have to use the actual app. You can use Clips or InShot. There's tons of video editing and software for the phone and iPad where you can get your video, edit it the way you want real quick, and upload it to TikTok and Instagram and, wherever you want to go. So that's a good idea. I love that they're doing that.
And so when you're doing these things, you got to have an idea. And I think everybody should reach out to TJ if this is something you want to do, learn how to use stories, learn how to do that. You need to understand what it is that you want to say before you start pushing the button and
Yes, I thank you for bringing that. It's very important that you must plan what you're going to say. I didn't say script. I said plan. You could just have bullet points. Okay, the topic is, I'm going to talk about jewelry, and I'm going to talk about this, or I'm going to talk about and what am I going to say in this 15 seconds? So point 1 and 2, you want to make 1 or 2 points and keep it moving, but keep it simple and know what you want to say and plan it. Okay. All right. The next thing we're going to talk about. What else do we have? So here we go. Instagram. Let's move on to Instagram. Instagram has disabled a feature that could be used to perpetuate election misinformation. Now we're still, it's still November 3rd. We're still in election and fake information and this, Russians are doing this and China doing that, trying to give us misinformation on social media because it's easy to do. It's easy to put out fake news and all of that. So what they're doing is they're temporarily removing the recent tab from hashtags pages to reduce the spread of misinformation and in the lead up to the election Tuesday.
Okay.
Okay, so
I saw that article, but there's just so much. I just
okay, so yeah, we're going to talk about it. So I have mentioned before this, that Instagram is doing little things like changing buttons around, hiding this. Twitter is, making sure that they're putting a step in between before you retweet. They're do you want to retweet that? You did, and Twitter will say you didn't read that. Do you want to retweet it? Retweet it. So there's all little speed. These are speed bumps to slow down the false information being shared mindlessly. We talked about this a little bit last Friday about the mindless sharing of information and people aren't reading. This is what this is about. So they are removing this. And they're saying, this is the quote, "We're doing this to reduce the real-time spread of potentially harmful content that could pop up around the election." So what happens is when you tap on or search for a hashtag on Instagram, the app will show you top results and recent results. The recent tab shows the latest content labeled with that hashtag, regardless of whether it's relevant or not. Because remember, with hashtags, anything can come up. So they're trying to slow this down by disabling this tab so people can't easily spread the information what it is. It doesn't stop it. None of the things Twitter and Facebook and Instagram are doing are going to stop it because people are sharing and resharing misinformation. You can't stop that. The people have to stop that. But the apps are saying we're not going to highlight it, this information. We're going to try to push it to the side so it doesn't easily pop up in your face. Okay, that's what it is. Also, Instagram has, if you've seen Instagram and Facebook have all of these things pop up reminding you about registering to vote and voting, where to find accurate information. So they're trying to do that. But again, remember, people are sharing misinformation. They have to stop doing it and they're not.
Well, if you don't believe that it's misinformation, I mean, it's all part of the, freedom of speech thing. You know what I'm saying? It's such a slippery slope when you start regulating on people's speech.
Well, they're not regulating it because it's still there. They're just not putting it on the recent tab. You can still find it. It's there. They're not stopping it. It's still there.
I think that is the best they can do right now.
Right. That's why I said people are sharing. No one's stopping you from posting fake information, but if it's grossly fake or grossly misaligned, Facebook and these guys will take it down. Now totally you're right. There's been an argument because the Republicans have put up arguments that something that Trump posted on Facebook and Facebook down. They got up.
It was a conspiracy theory started by Russia.
Yeah.
So
But see, the argument, they got mad because Facebook took it down and they're saying Facebook shouldn't take it down, but that's gross information that could mislead a lot of people. Okay, so here's an example. So what if he had posted something about, remember about the drinking bleach to get rid of? So what if he had posted that on Facebook himself like he did with this? Should Facebook leave that up because it led to people dying? But that's not censorship.
And that's called social responsibility.
There's a public health responsibility that goes above censorship. And it's not censorship. It's just
and we understand that. We do not want people yelling fire in a theater. Okay.
Right. You're not supposed to do that unless there's a fire.
Exactly.
So that what's happening is Instagram and Facebook and all of these social media apps are getting a lot of feedback about why are you letting this stuff happen? It could be dangerous and make people die, this, that, and the other. But because it's coming from the White House or some
Different
authority,
voices.
they think it should be there, but it's misinformation. So remember, we're in a different place now with government, because government used to be the place where we got factual information. Before 4 years ago, we got factual information. Now we don't. So, and I've said this personally, I heard stuff, CDC, this and that. I ignore all of it because I'm like, it's being manipulated by the person that's controlling the White House now.
Okay. So all right.
So, and I'm not gonna get it. I'm just saying,
because these are all opinions.
We know from working in the government how things work. It comes from the top down, and people must do as they're told. Okay, so but 4 years ago, I would trust all of that stuff and go, okay, yeah, because they studied it. Now it's like, I'm not going to,
well, it depends on who they appointed too.
Yes, this is. Nice I wasn't going to
subject matter expert.
Yes.
But, okay, so let's move on.
Okay, we're gonna move on because that's and maybe next week we won't have to talk about anything government.
I pray.
I don't know. I got a feeling we will. All right. So still on Instagram, you can now go live for up to 4 hours on Instagram Live. Remember, there was a limit, but now of an hour, I think it was an hour. Now you can go 4 hours.
Whoa.
Okay. Also, your live streams can be archived for 30 days before they're deleted. So they're giving you a 30-day archive.
Wow.
That's coming. It's not available now, but it's coming. And they're doing that because more and more people and businesses are live streaming on Facebook Live and Instagram Live. Remember, I think Facebook already they didn't have a limit. I think their limit was 8 hours or something on Facebook. I don't remember the limit.
With a continuous stream, yeah.
Yes, the continuous stream. But see, remember, Instagram Live, which is live video, live streaming, they limit you after 1 hour, it cut off. It was people will be talking, boop, your hour is up. And it would come off. So now they're doing hold on, let me see. Okay, yeah. So they're doing Instagram live streams from 1 hour to 4. And this is useful for people who are doing virtual events like classes, seminars, concerts, meetups, etc. Teachers, musicians, artists, and instructors. Anybody that's doing anything on Instagram Live that's instructional, this is helpful because you might need more than an hour. Okay. Without interruptions.
So now you can do conferences.
It's one person speaking on a live on Instagram Live. One person talking, and you can invite somebody on screen, but you can't invite more than one person. So it's not really like Zoom or anything. It's more of one person doing a live, and you don't get the limit of 1 hour. No, 4 hours. Okay. So you can go live for 4 hours. You can save your live for 30 days, and you'll start seeing a live now section in the IGTV app and on Explore, so you can discover more lives.
Wow. Okay.
All right. So
they are really pushing this. And I understand. It sounds a lot to me like they're really trying to take a bite out of Zoom.
Yes.
Give you more time, make you want to come over there. Right. I'm not mad at it. It just seems like.
Well, see, I'm going to give you, my opinion on why and I knew they were going to increase the time, but Instagram and Facebook is moving to live shopping. So they don't want to limit. If you're a business or a brand or you're selling something, you can do live shopping. You can do a QVC thing, and people can buy right there because you'll have it set up for them to buy. So they don't want those people limited by an hour, because the more they go, the more they sell, the more they want to, do that and buy ads. Well, the next one, I'm going to do an ad and have more people, so everything is tied into them getting more ad revenue. So this is down the road of that.
Okay.
of
All right.
live shopping, not just shopping on Instagram, but live shopping. That means you go IG live, and you say you've already got it set up with your products and stuff, and you show them, you talk about them QVC style, and people can buy it right there while you're on live. They don't have to wait until after.
Mm-hmm.
So Instagram is wanting people to do more of that by increasing the time.
Christy has a question.
Okay.
She says, how? How what, Christy?
How? Give us a little bit more detail.
We don't know what you're
You
referring
all
to.
were talking about doing
Online
video
sale?
online for an hour.
Oh, no, it's not going. See, Instagram Live will stop the live at an hour. You can go an hour and then it would just automatically cut off. Now it's not going to cut off at an hour. It's going to go to 4.
They're giving you more time, Christy,
Yeah.
on the air.
And most people aren't going to go live 4 hours, but most people will go over an hour, like an hour and 10 minutes or an hour. But Instagram Live would cut off at an hour automatically, like boop. And now they're increasing the time limit.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. She said, good. Yeah, it is a good thing. So live streaming is growing. We've talked about live streaming for a long time, and more people getting on, but this is a good thing for businesses because you'll be able to do Instagram Live and have people shop while you're doing the live, but you have to set all that up with Facebook and Instagram and having them connected and all that good stuff, or having a creator account on Instagram.
Okay.
All right.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So, and that's what I have this week for social media update.
Sounds great. We are in the hour zone.
Guess what?
What?
I found my back button.
Oh, you did? How did
You did?
Yeah. So you go
Where
into
is the
settings.
favorite?
Well, we got 4 minutes left. You
Okay.
go into settings.
Go into settings.
Go into settings.
Mm-hmm. And then you go into accessibility.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Hold on. Let me find it. Why am I having trouble finding it? I didn't have any trouble before. Let's see. Is it under general? Oh, here it is. Okay, accessibility.
All right.
Then go to touch.
Okay.
Ah. Okay.
Then go all the way down to
Back tap.
back tap.
Oh.
Now the back tap can be used to do different things. So you're going to select whether you want to do a double tap or a triple tap.
Mm-hmm.
And then you can have it either, maybe you want to call up Siri without having to push the side button or saying it, or you can use it for app switcher, the control center, home, lock screen, mute, reachability.
Hey, all my shortcuts are here.
Green.
And then you can use it for your shortcuts if you've already set them up.
Yeah, I got a bunch.
And
Zoom
like
in.
Siri, you like using the magnifier, you can hit the double tap on the back tap on the back of it, and it'll bring up your magnifier. I don't like it. Sometimes I'm looking for the wallet, and if you do double click,
Yeah.
it's supposed to bring up the wallet. But if you hit it 3 times, then the magnifier
Right.
comes up. And I was like, dang it, I was trying to get the wallet. But you can make this do what you want, like volume up or down without actually hitting a button. You can do voiceovers. You can do Zoom. You can have it, whatever your shortcuts are. I was like,
Mhm.
yes.
Oh, cool.
Interesting.
I'm loving it. Yeah.
Oh. I think
Okay. I did triple tap. I think I'm gonna switch mine to double. See what
Yeah.
happens.
Mhm.
Yeah, triple is that's too much for me. Like,
I want to know, will it work through my case? My
yeah, because I still have my case on. It still works.
Okay.
You don't have to take it out.
Okay.
Because I left mine on.
So
So now I'm gonna do a double tap.
I'm
Let's
gonna
see. Yup. That's pretty cool. There's a lot of settings here on the accessibility. I'm like, hey, I might have
Yeah,
to-
I was like, huh. So,
Okay.
so
Take
now,
This on.
TJ, you had always talked to us about using voice commands. With
Mhm.
accessibility, you can do some of that stuff. Siri does a lot of it, but you can also do other things that keep you hands free. And Christy, we're going to get to your question really quickly here too. But you can do things now. We don't know what we got on these phones.
Exactly.
I'm going to have to go play with my. I'm gonna have. We have encouraged you to do this in the past, but take a tech day. Take a day where you just sit down and play with your tech. Find out what's going on with your phone, and find out what kind of buttons. Now that we got this back tap button we didn't know about, I was like,
Okay.
uh,
There it is. Okay, my
There's
magnifier.
a lot of settings, like, and we've been using iPhones for a long time. I knew all these settings were there. I just, you don't have time to go through. But like Fran said, take a minute and sit down and look, because there's some important ones that I'm just seeing now and remembering under accessibility.
right. Now, here's the thing, because Robin was asking, does it work on the 7? It does not. It works on, let me see, I just saw which ones. I think it started with 8 and up,
Okay.
8 and newer. Oh, back tap works on the iPhone 8, 8 Plus, 10, 10XS, iPhone XS Max, XR, iPhone 11, 11 Pro, and iPhone 11 Pro Max, and it will probably work on 12 too.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
I was like, oh,
This is really good.
it's a shortcut, because like if you're in the car and you're trying to do something, voice command is like the best thing to do, really.
Yeah.
But if you can't open the screen on the phone, you can double tap the back and get where you need to go. I wonder if I can, because I got a shortcut for go to Starbucks. I actually have a shortcut on there that says order Starbucks, but I got to make sure they have the right order there before I do that. So, Christy, we're talking about tapping the back of your phone. You can
Of your iPhone.
on the iPhone.
The Apple the icon.
You don't. It's the whole back.
It's the whole back. Okay.
The whole back of the phone. It's not on the icon. It's the entire back of the phone.
Okay. Wow.
I was like, what? Okay.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, because I'm not tapping the Apple and the magnifier came up. I have it set for my magnifier because I use it a lot when I'm reading fine print.
Mm-hmm.
And I'm like, I don't want to have to go to the camera, da 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 da.
Right.
go to pull down the menu in the front or none of that. I just want to.
That might be the answer too. Also, instead of swiping left for the camera, tap it on the back twice or whatever, and have the camera open.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to work with some of this.
So this is interesting. There it is. Ah, that is just such a good thing. And I'm tapping right above my Apple, and it keeps coming up. Okay, wow. Guys, we are fascinated.
Okay,
we are distracted.
Christy had a question. She said, why am I getting a black box when I do live on StreamYard? And it depends on, Christy, how you're holding. If you're on the phone, if you're using your phone to do StreamYard, yeah, if you're using your phone to do StreamYard, it needs to be this way, or you're going to get the black lines on both sides. It can't be this way. It has to be turned horizontal.
Yeah.
And that goes for the iPad too.
Mm-hmm.
Does that help, Chrissy?
All right, everybody.
This is back tap for what? You're going to have to go look at the replay. We've been talking about this morning, about the fact that Apple has added a feature to your phone, and you have this feature. So you might want to go back, and we don't want to keep people here while we review. But yeah, they've got a new feature on your phone, and if you go scrub back, you'll be able to see what we were talking about. We just want to say to everybody, thank you so much for tuning in. First Mondays is coming up. Am I correct, Francine?
Yep, first Monday is coming up.
And we're
And
going to have a tax expert.
yep, we got Mr. Paul Jubb. If you want to know some stuff about taxes, we're going to have a conversation with him on first Monday. We need to know some stuff because there's a lot going on.
It's a new year. Oh my gosh.
And stuff has changed, and COVID has changed stuff, and response times, all kind of stuff, anything to do with taxes.
It's been an unusual year. So you want to tune in and find out what you got going on in your favor. See, that's the other thing. People, when we talk about taxes, a lot of times we think, oh, this is going to be a problem. No, this is going to be a solution in a lot of cases. So tune in and find some solutions for what's been going on, in 2020.
Right.
In addition to that, on Monday, we were talking coffee, tea, thoughts, and conversations at 8. And first Monday is what time? 4 o'clock on
4 o'clock Monday.
7 o'clock on the East Coast.
Right.
So
right, everybody.
Set your calendars. We want to thank you, TJ.
And the clocks go back this weekend.
Oh, thanks for reminding me, because see, I was
okay.
Time goes back this weekend.
Time change.
Yeah, because it's been getting kind of dark here lately, early.
Mm-hmm.
So we're going to fall forward.
Fall back.
Fall back.
Fall
Go back,
back
an hour.
Spring
back
forward.
an hour. Spring forward, fall back.
Oh, we get an extra. Oh, thank you. So we get an extra hour of daylight. I'm liking that. Okay, cool. Anything else we need to know, ladies, before we?
No.
I just want to thank you, TJ. Chachi wasn't available today, and we just want to give her a shout out and wish her great success today. In all her endeavors. And in addition to that, we want you to know that if you're looking for tech services from BizChix, just give us a call. I think I put the number over in the banners, Fran. I'm not sure. But if you're looking to join BizChix, you can text Biz to 33777. You can always give us a holler over there and on Facebook in our direct message, or you can give us a call. Our phone number's over on our website, bizchix.net. In addition to that, we want you to know that we are offering services, tech services, and instructions for seniors and others who need some basic instruction on how to use their tools, their phones, your laptop, your tablet, whatever it is you got going on, or somebody who needs help.
Or put it in the chat, or put it over on our page and send us a direct message. We'll get to you. Okay. Thank you, everybody.
With that, we want you to remember to go to the front of your own line, and we'll see you Monday. Bye-bye.